Hello and welcome to the Complete Guide to Everything, a podcast about everything. I'm one of your hosts, Tom.
I'm Tim.
Tim, how are you doing this week?
Tom?
Yeah.
I'm revved up and raring to go, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed.
It's Friday night in the big city.
New York City, the Big Apple, the Windy City.
Nope, not the Windy City.
The city that...
Never beefs?
Yeah, I think so. The City of Lights, I think.
Yeah. The city of love. Brotherly love.
Yeah, New Orleans.
Anyway, you're good.
Yeah, I'm doing well.
Long story short,
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Sorry, I forgot what we were talking about. How are you this week, Tom?
Tim?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I'm good. Last night, I went to see BVS DOJ. Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice.
Oh, Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
It's they didn't make it versus. They made it v because that's elegant. That's
it's like a court case.
Yeah, this would be argued in front of
the American public.
Yeah.
And they'll say no thanks.
Yeah, I mean the sad thing is, well, I don't know. Look, Hey, before you turn this off, dear listener, Tom, you're not going to spoil anything?
No, I'm not going to spoil anything.
Okay. How about spoil this? Was it good?
No.
Okay. I'm being a little disingenuous here, Tom. You've talked my ear up about this movie for about 4.5 hours.
Yeah, I gave you all the spoilers.
Yeah.
Tim, I could be arrested for that. You got to pay good money to hear the things I told you.
Was that the first screening? The first public screening?
Yeah,
that you went to?
yeah. I went to like the first showing. I had to buy tickets in advance.
You are a small town rube, huh?
Yeah.
You are a country bumpkin.
No, and I just realized now as I'm saying this, I went with AJ, friend of the show, AJ Algernon, and I forgot to get money from him for the tickets, so I paid for 2 tickets.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got screwed every which way. Zack Snyder got you.
Yeah, AJ got me.
Ben Affleck got you.
Yeah.
Henry Cavill got you.
Cavill.
I'm sorry, Tom.
Yeah, and I don't even know, how can I, with a straight face, go and ask AJ for money for this movie?
Yeah. So it was here's how it seems to me.
Mm-hmm. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. Like, I when the reviews started coming out, I was like, I'm not going to read these. Like, I saw that they were bad, but I'm like, I'm not going to read these. I'm going to make up my own mind, not let mainstream, lamestream media tell me.
That's how I live my life, man.
How I should interpret art.
Do you get all your news from fringe websites too?
Yeah.
With really weird ads.
I get a lot of my news from message boards.
That's great.
Forums.
I get a lot of mine from listservs. I'm a member of a lot of listservs.
Well,
Tom.
Good, Tim. Then we're both not blind sheep. Just
you know what the best way to find new news sources?
What's that?
Scroll down to the bottom of the website, click on the next site in the web ring.
Yeah.
It'll bring you to
a whole new site.
Yeah, but like same subject matter.
So I wasn't going to read the reviews, then I started reading the reviews, and that was good because reading the reviews, I was like, this is going to be unimaginable garbage. And it wasn't as bad. I dramatically lowered my expectations, which were not high to begin with.
Right.
So
yeah, but you're like a Batman guy. If I'm not mistaken, Tom, you like Batman?
Tim, I like Batman. I like Superman. I like Wonder Woman. I like Lois Lane. I like Lex Luthor. I like Aquaman. I like Cyborg. I like the Flash.
You kept telling me about Cyborg. Is that a spoiler that Cyborg's in this movie?
No, they kind of said like almost everybody from the Justice League has little cameos.
And I kept being like, oh yeah, Cyborg. I've never heard of. There's a superhero named Cyborg.
Victor Stone.
Victor Cyborg.
He is not.
Victor Borga plays Cyborg.
He is not a super popular character, and he is a somewhat relatively recent addition to the Justice League. The Justice League has changed over.
Shut up! I don't care. Well,
Green Lantern does not have a cameo in it.
Okay, I'm more concerned with what were the other people like in the theater, like beforehand, and what were like what kind of people were these
nerds?
I mean, nerds,
losers, dweebs.
But like, you always say this about like people are like, I'm such a nerd. I like comic book movies.
These were
no, that's mainstream culture now. Unfortunately, every goddamn movie is a comic book movie. So if you like comic book movies, you just like movies, apparently.
Me and AJ were two of the only people in the theater not wearing at least 3 items of licensed apparel.
Okay. Not
for one of the characters in the movie.
Right. For you, you could have gone with any number. You could have been wearing 15.
I could have been wearing an officially licensed mask.
Yeah, you could have been wearing a bathrobe with Batman's logo on it and ears on the top.
And a cowl, a full cowl.
Yeah, it's got a full cowl. My God,
I haven't put this on for you.
No, you haven't put this
Tim,
on for me.
Tim, let me put my bathrobe on for you.
You're a 34-year-old man, Tom.
Tim, it's Friday night. Let me put on my bathrobe for
you. So were people? What was the scuttlebutt? This is our part 1 of our 2016 summer movie preview.
Blockbuster.
Well, it'll be a little bit more regimented after this. This is just
getting into it.
Here's what I'm gonna be asking for everything.
Okay.
What's the scuttlebutt?
What's the scuttlebutt?
What was the scuttlebutt afterwards?
A lot of people laughing at the wrong parts.
Yeah.
A lot of sighing by me and AJ, especially.
You guys, I know, like you pretend like you're above it in some ways, but
it was just the end was so long and so drawn out. It was one of those movies with like 10 different endings.
I'm so glad,
Tom.
But you know, every movie I've ever seen, you've been like, "How was it?" And I was like, "Well, it had 3 false endings before the real ending. If it just ended 25 minutes earlier."
This didn't have false endings, but it had like, obviously there's a huge battle at the end of the 3rd act. And when that happens, you expect like 1 or 2 more scenes to wrap things up, and then boom, we're in the credits.
You eat some falafel, and boom, it's over. Shawarma.
This did not have any. This just had scenes that went on and on and on after the big battle, and not scenes like, oh, this is setting up more stuff. It was like, nope, just the scenes going through the motions. Okay. And then there was no after credits sequence, but the people next to me and AJ refused to get up to let us out during the credits.
Okay.
Almost turned into Batman versus Superman, but us versus these nerds.
Tom, maybe they were just enjoying Hans Zimmer and Junkie XL's score.
God, the music was crap too.
Tom, Hans Zimmer music is always crap.
Yeah.
Especially, he has the best scam right now, right? Because like he did the Dark Knight movies, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like he was like, now everybody's like, because every movie has to, I guess DC movie has to rip off the Dark Knight, because they're like, oh, that worked. It'll work for everything now. So they're like, get Hans Zimmer, and Hans Zimmer's like, okay, maybe if I just give them the same score again, they won't realize. And apparently they never catch on.
No, but he gets Junkie XL in there now.
Yeah.
Extra large Junkie.
What was it like? It was like a
Yeah. Bum, 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 bum.
So it was great. How many stars?
5 stars.
5 stars.
Out of 100.
Well, let's count the stars. Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Rachel McAdams.
No, Amy Adams.
Zach Galifianakis?
No, not in it.
That's the Riddler?
Nope. Zach Galifianakis is playing the Joker in the Lego Batman movie, though.
I don't care, yeah.
Well, maybe you should care, Tim, if you're a fan of Legos, as you claim.
Can you explain to me the whole Lego thing? Like, the Lego movie, I understand, but, like, why are all the video games, like, Lego the Iron Man, Lego... just so they don't have to make good graphics that are realistic?
Well, I think it's just, it's more fun for kids.
See?
More fun for kids and a way to sell more toys, because then they can make a whole Lego line of things they have other toys for.
So you're aware of all this, that all this is driven by merchandise and appealing to children, yet you are still gung-ho 100% in, this is your favorite stuff
Batman,
in the world.
no, Batman vs. Superman was not geared towards children, Tim. It's a hard PG-13.
Really?
Yeah.
Was there nudity in it?
They're like, I think if you went frame by frame, you might see Rachel, now I'm saying Rachel McAdams, Amy Adams.
I don't know who either of those women are. I've heard the names.
Well, you hate women, so you don't keep track of all the starlets.
Well, I don't keep track of which specific frames in a movie you might be able to see one of their bare breasts.
Yeah,
because
you hate women, Tim.
Yeah, that's what it's about.
What was your question? Oh, the rating. Yeah, it was PG-13.
Just ultra violent?
Yeah, mostly for violence.
Like punching, blood,
bones breaking,
right.
bullets.
This is not my kind of movie.
Executions.
Yeah. At least the best thing that you can do, I think, is just turn really fun characters into very self-serious, mopey.
Half this movie is in slow motion.
Oh, so
slow motion.
There's something wrong with the projector?
It's Tim. For a while, it seemed that way. No, because the Zack Snyder, I guess, thinks like, this is not serious enough. You know what says serious? Slow motion.
Yeah, it makes things
slow motion with blah, blah, music. And not slow motion of like...
Tom, I don't care. You know what?
Not slow motion of like, Batman punching a guy in the face, something cool you want to see in slow motion. Slow motion of like a car pulling up to a house. Like,
is that just the natural deceleration of the car that you're mistaken for slow motion?
No.
The car was going fast, and as it pulls up to the house, it suddenly starts going slower.
It didn't just stop as, grind to a halt like I do when I'm driving somewhere and you get there and you pull the emergency brake and you're there.
The first time I ever drove, I passed my road test, Tom, and then I was driving with my pops, and I had to go to work.
Yeah.
And I worked at the butcher shop, Tom.
Yeah, Timmy Meatballs.
Yeah, I worked like maybe half a mile from my house.
Yeah.
But like for some reason, I thought my dad would just give me his car to like he'd drop me off at work and I think walk home himself or something.
Hey, it's not your concern how he gets home.
Right. And I was so mad because I was like, I just got my license. I want to drive home from work like an adult. I'm putting food on the table. Right. I think my dad took off work to bring me to my road test. I was just a crappy teenager.
So this was like the first day you had just gotten your license.
Yeah,
so
like
you were
literally just passed
the test, and you're like, I'm a driver now, out of my way.
And as we're pulling into the parking lot, he's like, all right, well, I'm gonna take this. Give me a call if you want to ride home or just walk or whatever. I was like, no, I'll keep the car. He's like, no, I need this is my car. So you're not gonna get
to go home.
And so I got so mad that I accelerated in the parking lot to where I needed to go. And then
what a jerk.
I was like, I'm late. This was my rationale. I'm late. And
who's gonna make the meatballs?
Accelerated, and then
who's gonna take the bologna skins off?
Then before, I kind of hit the brake a little, but threw it into park at the same time. So it's just made the worst. I think I broke the. I later bought that car from my parents. And it died probably before it should have.
Right.
And I think it was because I threw it in park when I was going 30 miles an hour. The first time I ever drove it.
Yeah, cars aren't made to do that.
Yeah. So I don't know what that had to do with anything. But I was a jerk. I was a jerk, and I apologize. Tom, I apologize to you. I know you weren't there.
Yeah,
if you see my dad, could you tell him?
I on his behalf, I accept.
Thank you. Tom, let's get into this. But let's be serious now.
Yeah.
Year after year, blockbuster season, summer movie season, starts earlier and earlier. And this year, I think it was unprecedented that this weekend.
It started only a few days after spring had sprung.
Yeah, this is absurd. So this is why we're doing this earlier than normal.
Yeah. Hey, don't blame us. Blame Hollywood.
And for longtime fans of the show, They know I like to read the descriptions out of Entertainment Weekly.
Yeah.
There's
But that issue hasn't even come yet. Even Entertainment Weekly was caught flat-footed on this year.
EW.
Yeah.
The premier Hollywood magazine.
It's what all the big movers and shakers read to know what's going on in the industry.
What else do they read?
They read that. They read Variety.
Yeah. I have a subscription to Daily Variety.
What is that, an electronic one, or you get it delivered to your door?
They deliver it courier service.
Wow.
I'm a Hollywood mover and shaker.
You gotta know.
An aspiring. Look, I'm not going to be able to become a big shot movie producer if I'm not reading Daily Variety.
No,
every
you'll
day.
be walking into a meeting and they'll be like, "Oh, did you hear the scuttlebutt on the new?"
Yeah, exactly. Anything.
Yeah.
Blank.
Well, that would be you trying to say. Trying to make small talk.
What about the Sudzer skiing on?
Yeah, is it fit or flop?
Yeah, and I won't know.
Yeah,
I won't know. So that's
be like, security. Remove this imposter.
I'm glad you used that phrase, scuttlebutt, because that's what I want to know.
Okay,
that's what I'm always.
What's the scuttlebutt?
What's the scuttlebutt?
Tim, some would say that's hampered your getting a job in Hollywood because you're always using outdated terminology.
You know what? It's an identity. It's something somebody can latch on to.
They'll remember you.
Yeah. It's he's got a cool way of talking.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Scuttlebutt, eh? I should try that. So we're gonna start in the next blockbuster movie that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Oh, this is movieweb.com. What?
They're just not Entertainment Weekly, Tim.
Tom, you're telling me.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to be able to ascertain.
Tim, I wouldn't line my parrot's cage with movieweb.com.
That's good, because I don't think they have a print version.
Well, I wouldn't even print it out and do it.
Okay. I was afraid that you'd maybe be reading it on a tablet computer, and you'd be like, I'll put this in there, and then you get bird poop all over there.
Yeah, but it's glass. You can just squeegee it off.
So when you have a bird, it just poops all the time?
On the floor.
Like, it just lets it fly whenever, huh?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. What did you think? You train a bird to go poop outside?
Maybe in the toilet.
No.
Hover over the toilet and poop.
They're not hummingbirds.
What? Birds can fly.
Yeah, but they can't hover in air except hummingbirds.
All right, they can fly in a very
tight circle.
Tight circle.
Yeah. Or just fly up really high and then dive.
Yeah, or maybe you just get a really big toilet installed. Do you think anybody's ever trained a bird to use the toilet?
I've been looking for an excuse to get a big toilet installed anyway, so.
If you walked into if you were invited to a dinner party and
somebody had even just a twice as big toilet
in New York City.
Yeah.
And you walked in and they had taken the bathtub out and installed a toilet twice the size of a normal toilet.
Yeah.
Would you stay for dinner? I think I'd find an excuse to leave.
You wouldn't ask what's the deal with the big toilet?
No.
Come on.
You never ask another man about his toilet.
That's the first thing I ask. What do you got in there?
What kind of horsepower? What kind of RPMs you got on the swirl?
How many gallons per flush is this bad boy?
What is this, low flow?
and then soon after, I have to come out and inform them that unfortunately I've clogged their toilet.
Yeah, Tom. What?
It's a funny idea.
What? Clogging a toilet?
Clogging an oversized toilet.
Jesus Christ.
You'd really do some damage.
Dragging us to the gutter, huh? Yeah.
Dragging us to the big toilet.
Tom, here I am trying to impress the bigwigs at MovieWebMagazine. .com, hoping that maybe they can sponsor our preview every year.
Yeah.
And you're making jokes about clogging a huge toilet.
Yeah, and they're probably... Tim, they probably already greenlit the project.
What if they told you, oh, it's really big because my bird has to fly in circles when it poops because I don't want to line his cage with MovieWeb Magazine.
I'd say that makes sense. Yeah, I've thought about that myself.
Do you think anybody's ever taught a bird to...
poop in a toilet? Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, a bird could perch itself on the edge of the toilet and poop in it, I'm sure.
Yeah, porcelain's kind of slippery sometimes.
Oh, well, you get like a matte finish toilet seat.
Yeah, I don't know. I just don't. When people are talking about like teaching their cat to use the toilet and stuff too,
people aren't talking about it.
Yeah, they are. There was a Shark Tank about it. There was like a thing.
Tim, Shark Tank isn't real.
What do you mean?
That's not how real people operate in the world. And what was the product?
It was
Now I gotta have 2 toilets in my bathroom?
Well, this is the thing. It's like a cover, right?
Okay.
And first you put the litter box in there so it knows to go up on the toilet, right?
Okay. Mm-hmm.
And then eventually you take the litter box out and it knows, and there's something about like smells or something there, or like, I don't know, it does something to make the cat, and it's basically a process that like
step-by-step training.
There are things that you can gradually take out to the point where the cat finally just knows to hop up there. But it's like, what if you really had to go to the bathroom and then you
you're pooping in a litter box.
You go unlock your door, you got your groceries in one hand, you're putting things down, you're frazzled, and you go in there and your cat's using the toilet. You'd be
hey, somebody's in here.
That's gross. This ruins using the bathroom for me ever.
Yeah, if you have to use the bathroom and you walk in on your cat using the bathroom,
it's
that's
like
awkward.
And it's also like, no, this is what separates us from the animals.
Yeah, you know what? This bathroom's just for people. Enough's enough.
Next time you can come over, sleeping with your wife.
Yeah. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah. Okay. April 8th, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not sure if this can actually be considered a blockbuster. You tell me.
Okay.
I know you like it.
I know the scuttlebutt.
Hardcore Henry. Henry, a newly resurrected cyborg who must save his wife/creator from the wife/creator.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is written by some real weirdos. From the clutches of a psychotic tyrant with telekinetic powers, a Khan and his army of mercenaries fight. This is so Hardcore Harry takes place. Henry takes place over the course of one day in Moscow, Russia. So you know it's going to be depressing.
Mm-hmm. But the thing with this movie is that
Tom, the scuttlebutt with this movie, would you say?
The scuttlebutt with this movie is that the whole thing is shot in first person.
Oh, God. Is this meant to be one of your weird virtual reality things?
No. I'll tell you this, though. I watched a movie I saw recently. This is the trailer. And I almost threw up just from the trailer because it's, very motion sickness inducing. Yeah. Because it's like an action movie, like a lot's going on.
Yeah, the fact that it's called Hardcore Henry makes me think that they had what they thought was a cool idea for like, let's make it first person. And it'll be like, we don't need to make this like not a toilet movie though, like a bottom of the barrel piece of shit, right? Like, we'll call it Hardcore Henry. He'll be a cyborg, and his wife/creator has to be saved from a tyrant. And
well, the thing with this movie was that it was a guy who made like a short on YouTube in this style. It got a lot of traction. Then he made a music video. Like a band or label was like, that was cool.
Jamiroquai.
It was not the Jamiroquai.
Insanity.
Virtual Insanity.
Because I'd hire that guy.
No, you just need the guy who makes the moving floor.
Tom, you thought that floor was moving this whole time?
No, what was happening?
What are you, 5 years old? What are you, a baby?
What was it, wind?
Yeah, it's wind.
Just really big wind machines pushing Jamiroquai around?
Yeah.
So then they made a music video in that style, and that got really popular. And then, Hollywood heard the scuttlebutt and greenlit the project.
Yeah, and they're going to be sorry.
Is that a threat?
No, it's not. Oh, brother.
Tim, you are a sniveling coward.
Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk turkey for real.
Okay.
The live action,
Mm-hmm.
The Jungle Book, directed by Iron Man's Jon Favreau.
Oh, you directed that?
Directed by the man that shoves a lot of food in his mouth and chews in tight close-ups in the movie Chef.
Yeah, I didn't watch it for that reason.
You know what? Chef was a pretty good movie, Tom.
I heard it was pretty good.
But it was a lot of this. Oh, this is to die for. Oh, man. Oh, food like this. Oh, food like this. I'll never stop eating food like.
Everybody just stopped listening.
And it's like sauce all over people's face. I'm not sure if that's actually what happened in the movie, but it was a cute movie. Sofia Vergara was in it, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
Tom?
Did she play the hot wife to the slob?
Yeah, but it was Jon Favreau, you know?
Yeah.
So, who knows? Oh, ex-wife.
Ah.
Timeless Stories, Disney Classic. The Jungle Book is an all-new live-action epic adventure about Mowgli,
mm-hmm.
a man cub, who's been raised by a family of wolves. But Mowgli finds... I knew a
Tim,
girl...
you know the Jungle Book.
I've never seen the Jungle Book.
But you know a girl named Mowgli?
Yeah. I think. I thought that was her name.
Uh-huh.
I met her like years ago.
Was
like
she
in
raised
college.
by wolves?
No. She was raised by parents, like normal people.
Well, that's very disrespectful
and
to people
I think,
raised by wolves.
I think she's like, "Hi, my name's Mowgli," and I was like, "That's a cool name." And she's like, "Oh, okay, cool."
Nobody had ever pointed out that was an uncommon name.
Well, immediately I was like, I misheard it. Her name is probably like Molly or something,
Yeah.
or like, but I was too far, into it, and so like it was like one of those things where I think we like met the first day of a certain year of college, right? Like it wasn't freshman year, maybe sophomore year, but it's like I can never talk to her again because I'm pretty sure I have her name wrong.
Yeah.
What was I talking about?
The Jungle Book.
Yeah, Idris Elba's in it.
Yeah, he plays the
fearsome tiger
Yeah.
Shere Khan.
Yeah. That's the bad guy, right?
Do they sing songs in this movie, Tom? Oh, Bill Murray is Baloo?
Mm-hmm.
Bill Murray, man.
It's still so weird to me that they made that cartoon Tailspin with all the characters from the Jungle Book, but they were pilots and stuff.
Yeah, that's when you could really do something with the Disney afternoon at that point.
Yeah, you could really take those characters and throw them into any world you want.
Yeah, it was kind of like a mashup, Tom. It was like mashup culture, but like 10 years too early.
Yeah. I never liked Tailspin.
I never watched Tailspin.
Yeah.
I never watched any of the Disney afternoon. It was
they all
Tailspin. Oh, Darkwing Duck was all right.
DuckTales is good, too.
Darkwing Duck, they were smart enough to also put on Saturday mornings.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. Well, I'm not a Disney afternoon kid because that's weird.
I liked Robo Duck and Darkwing Duck.
I don't recall.
No, Robo Duck was in DuckTales.
Phew. Tom, the way you backed up from the microphone after saying that, like, oh, it was in DuckTales.
That was
like,
a close one.
My work here is done.
Mm-hmm.
Pack it up. I got it right. Corrected the record. Let's all go.
Tim, you do the rest of the show on your own.
Yeah. Are you going to see this movie, Tom?
No. It's like it's a movie for kids.
Tom, says the guy. I'm surrounded by your
collectibles.
Yeah.
Collectibles.
Batman and the Joker and the Flash.
Mm-hmm.
It's a movie for kids, but I don't know. Bill Murray's in it, right?
Yeah.
We all love Bill
No,
Murray.
I mean, it's probably going to be one of those movies that, like, it's for kids, but adults like it too.
I think it's going to be one of those movies that nobody sees.
No, I bet it's going to be one of those movies where you think that's true, but it winds up making like $1 billion.
But see, here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
That happens to every movie of a certain caliber.
Right.
Which is this hasn't always been the case, right? Where it's just like Batman versus Superman, right?
Mm-hmm.
By all accounts,
Mm-hmm.
a terrible movie.
Yeah, very bad reviews.
It's going to make over $1 billion.
Well, it has to if they want to make their money back.
Right. Well, no, it didn't cost them $1 billion.
It did with marketing and everything.
No, it didn't.
It did. $800 million. They're saying is the break-even point.
Really?
I think it cost them like $400 million to make it.
Wow. They made. Is it because of
they
all those?
They shot it. They were shooting for like 18 months. It was crazy.
Is it because of all those Batman Jeep Grand Cherokees that they made?
Yeah.
What kind of lunatic?
Uh-huh.
So, correct. You probably know more about this than I do. I'll see commercials.
Yeah.
And it'll be like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
Batman.
Mm-hmm.
Driving in a Jeep Grand Cherokee, right?
A Batman edition one.
Yeah, and it's like buy the Batman versus Superman
car.
Uh-huh. And what kind of lunatic would go out and buy this? Like, oh, this movie. Like, even if it was a good movie.
Yeah.
Like,
goes into the car store and says,
it's like,
give me the Batman car.
Yeah, or what kind, like, there's like a certain type of person that goes in and like at the dealership, they're like, I bet I can sell this asshole the Batman car. Bet I can do it. I bet I can do it. Sir, you look like a very discerning gentleman here.
Yeah. Are you a billionaire? It's Bernie Sanders.
Bernie Sanders is working at the car lot.
Yeah, well, he will be come November. That was a threat.
Wow.
Yeah.
Harsh words.
Yeah, well.
At least you're not a sniveling coward, Tom.
Dan, you leave my wife the hell alone.
Tom, we've done some research on the...
It's a Jeep Renegade that Batman drives.
Dawn of Justice edition.
Yeah. I could see, like, that's probably a car that, like, guys who work at the Jeep dealership drive.
Yeah.
And Bruce
Look
Wayne.
like a big man.
Yeah. Like, we only got one of these in. They're
How many do you
edition.
think they made? I have no idea. How many, like, Toyota Camrys do they sell? How many 2016 Toyota
You can look
Camrys?
these up.
Yeah, I don't want
to. Tens of thousands, I would say, for, like, a popular car.
Is there any car that they make and they only sell, I guess, like 200 of?
Yeah.
Like, people are like, a Bugatti.
Yeah. Well, there's
the
some
thing.
that they've only made, like, like two.
Yeah. People who, you know who the saddest among us are?
Who?
Like the 11-year-olds that are really into, like, car brands.
Yeah.
You know, like kids.
Yeah, they got
know.
the folders, they got the posters.
Yeah, not even that. Like, I know, you can get folders and trapper keepers of anything.
Yeah.
Well, no, of like 4 different things. but like kids that like can see a car and like identify the make and model of it, which is like, I don't know why that's depressing and sad to me because like these kids have like an interest and they really know but it's just so sad.
Yeah, and they probably won't put a car in park while they're driving it one day. They'll know enough.
Yeah. Do you know how to drive a stick shift, Tom?
No.
Yeah, me neither.
I tried once. Like, I had a friend in college who was trying to teach me how to do it.
Mowgli, and
I'm pretty sure I ruined his car.
No. I mean, it shouldn't be that hard. Like, people in
There's just a steep learning curve.
Okay. It's the clutch, right?
Yep.
The
clutch is clutch.
Yeah. All right. Tom?
Mm-hmm.
April 22nd.
Yes.
My brother's birthday. I'm going to go down
2 days from my birthday.
To North Carolina, where he lives.
And see?
The Huntsman, Winter's War.
Yeah.
The fantastical world of Snow White and the Huntsman expands to reveal how the fates of the huntsman Eric and Queen Ravenna are deeply and dangerously intertwined. Chris Hemsworth. It's not Helmsworth.
I thought it was always Helmsworth.
It's Hemsworth.
Yeah, Thor.
And Oscar winner Charlize Theron.
Tim.
Return to their roles in The Huntsman Winter's War, an epic action adventure in which they are joined by Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
And Jessica Chastain.
Uh-huh.
As well as...
A real murderer's row.
It really is.
Yeah.
What are these people doing this movie for?
Make money.
But did the first movie make money?
Apparently that first Huntsman movie, Snow White and the Huntsman, made like a fortune. That's like one of those things where where a movie that you assume flopped made a ton of money. Because I remember when this got announced, I was like, what? They're going to make a franchise out of this movie nobody saw? And it's like the first Snow White, cost them like $75 million to make and made $600 million.
So, who was Snow White in the first one?
It was Twilight with Snow White.
Oh, Twilight played Snow White. She's not in this one.
No. I think this one's a prequel.
Yeah, so Twilight was probably like, on the set, right?
Yeah.
Is this the one where she was kissing on the man?
I don't think this was the one where she was kissing on the man.
That Donald Trump got so upset about on Twitter.
Yeah.
Man, that's going to be great when we have that president who gets really mad at Twilight on the internet.
Hey, he follows what's going on.
Yeah.
He's up to date on pop culture. He felt bad for Robert Pattinson. We all did.
I don't know. He looks like a a scary monster.
I don't think he really works anymore either, huh?
No, I think so. I think he's like an actor. I think he's not in the movies that you see.
I see movies with actors in them, Tim. I don't watch documentaries. Don't try and besmirch my name that way.
What's your favorite movie?
Batman vs. Superman: Dawn of Justice, Tim.
Okay.
My favorite movie is the last movie I've seen.
So this is the sequel to the gritty reboot of Snow White, and Snow White is nowhere to be found.
No.
It's all about Huntsman Eric
Mm-hmm.
and Emily Blunt. I don't know, man. I don't think I'm going to see this movie.
I don't think it's... I was going to say I don't think it's for you, but I actually don't know who it's for.
What's the scuttlebutt on this movie, Tom?
Big opening weekend.
All right. Hell yeah. Then there's a bunch of other movies that are coming out.
Uh-huh.
That I feel like aren't meant to be blockbusters.
Aren't meant to be seen.
Everybody wants some. That's Richard Linklater's.
Yeah, it's 80s movie.
Yeah, which I like Richard Linklater.
Mm-hmm.
A lot, actually. But doesn't this seem like, hey, you like Dazed and Confused,
yeah.
right?
Here it is in the 80s.
It's going to be in the 80s, and we're all going you know what? I'm going to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, well, I'm going to link them later.
Criminal.
What's that about? A criminal?
The memories and skills of a CIA agent are implanted into the brain of a dangerous criminal.
Yo, is that for real?
In order to stop an international terrorist.
Yo, can they do that?
Yeah.
Wow.
Keanu, that movie looks good.
Oh, I thought Criminal had Keanu Reeves.
No,
in it.
no, it was that movie.
Because then all of a sudden I was like, yep, nope, I'll go see it. It's probably going to be the best movie ever.
What the hell is this?
What?
Natural Born Pranksters. And it comes out on April Fool's Day. YouTube's best pranksters.
Uh-huh.
Roman Atwood, Vital Z, and Dennis Rohde make the leap to the big screen. That's not to be missed. The scuttlebutt on Natural Born Pranksters is not to be missed.
Yeah. Don't miss the scuttlebutt or the movie.
Yeah.
So, Tim, you'll go see that? You love prankster. You love YouTube pranksters.
Tom, can I tell you how much I hate pranks?
Yeah. I think you've said it on the show even, Tim.
Nobody likes getting pranked.
Nope.
If they ever do get pranked and they're a good sport about it, they're just pretending.
You know what?
Never prank me. Never prank me. If I'm ever the butt of a prank, if you're my friend, we're not friends anymore.
Is one of these guys the guy who kept doing the pranks where he was trying to trick his wife into thinking he killed his kid?
I couldn't tell you.
Yeah.
I've heard about that, man.
Yeah.
One time on Thanksgiving, I was in
pranked.
I was in college. And I was pranked pretty hard.
I said, we're all out of turkey.
I was kind of like a broke college kid. But, it was one of those situations where, I was broker than I should have been. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it was I was kind of I could really use some actual money. And my family, my extended family, it's family tradition under everybody's plate. There's a scratch-off lottery ticket, and they gave me one of those fake scratch-offs.
Tim, did you give a big speech telling everybody to go screw?
No, because it was a modest amount. It wasn't $500,000. It was
$10,000.
No, it was $2,000.
All right.
It was
it was a $5 winning.
It might have been $1,000 or $2,000.
Yeah, which would have meant the world to you.
To me, because it's oh god, I am in dire straits here.
Yeah.
And so
you could have used that to buy more ramen.
Yeah, and meanwhile, 38 people at this Thanksgiving dinner. They give the ticket to the one guy that really needs
Well, I mean,
money.
that's how you do pranks, Tim.
Yeah, and so I didn't do the screw you all. I didn't get cocky. I was just very thankful and very happy. And I think they
Is
were
that why they do it for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, and I was I think they wanted to teach me the true meaning of Thanksgiving. Be thankful for money.
Yeah.
But I think they kind of felt bad telling me, and then at one point, afterwards, my dad came up to me. He's I'll give you $2,000 if you need. I was no, it's not. It is about that, but it's also about why'd you guys do this to the one guy that obviously needs this? Yeah. So don't prank me. I'll pretend like it's in. I'll pretend like it's in good fun. But here I am, 15 years later, stewing about it.
Yeah.
It's fine. It's fine. It was nice. They knew I could take a joke. But the truth is, I
You
can't take
couldn't,
a joke.
No.
To this day, I can't take a joke.
Thin-skinned.
Very thin-skinned. That's why I run my mouth so much. I'm insecure.
Thin-skinned, bologna-skinned Tim.
Yeah, that sounds grosser than it is if people don't know about my...
Bologna skins.
Yeah. Elvis and Nixon.
Oh, a movie?
April 15th.
All right.
Elvis and Nixon tells the story about Elvis Presley visiting President Richard M. Nixon at the White House in December of 1970. The meeting was initiated by Presley, who wrote Nixon a 6-page letter requesting a visit and suggesting that he be made a federal agent at large in the Bureau of Narcotics and Dangerous Drugs. Presley brought with... This is a book report? Tell me about the movie. Presley brought with him family photos and a Colt 45 pistol as a personal gift to the president. This movieweb.com does not tell me who's in this movie.
Richard Nixon
who
and
directed
Elvis Presley.
This movie. I'll tell you this much, Tom. Oh. Is it a documentary?
I don't think so. I think this is a narrative based on true events.
90 minutes. That's all I need to know. I'll see it. Two guys I hate with a passion. Elvis.
You hate
and
Elvis?
Nixon. Oh, God, I hate Elvis. Except for the comeback special.
Yeah.
That version of Suspicious Minds.
Why did Elvis want to become a narcotics agent when he was doing a bunch of drugs? Perfect cover.
Yeah, I think so.
The biggest prank of them all.
Do you think Elvis was pranking Nixon?
I know a little bit about this movie, Tim. That's the subtitle. It's
Elvis v. Nixon.
The biggest prank of them all.
Yeah. Tom.
The dawn of pranks.
Should we talk about this? April 22nd, also my brother's birthday. Maybe we'll go see a double feature, although I don't think so. Nina. 80 minutes.
Is that the Nina Simone?
Yeah, with Zoe.
Saldina?
Yeah. Which, boy howdy.
Yeah.
Are people upset about?
People are very upset.
In fact, people are so upset.
Mm-hmm. How upset are they?
I'm going to move on because this is not my place to say anything. Look at the scuttlebutt on Twitter. You're not going to get the scuttlebutt from this guy because this guy is out of his depth when it comes to those issues.
But you'll probably go see it because it's short.
It's short, 80 minutes, so that also means it's bad.
Yeah.
If they... Look, here's the sweet spot for a movie.
Mm-hmm.
89 to 93 minutes.
Okay.
That's what you want. Tom, well, you keep checking your phone. Are you having
no,
personal issues over there?
No, I was playing around with the charger.
Okay, because if you have other things that you want to be doing...
No, I was looking at my dog because she's sleeping funny.
Oh, okay.
I wasn't looking at the phone.
Tom,
mm-hmm.
Let's do this. May 6th, 2016, at a whopping 10,047 minutes, Captain America, the Civil War.
The American Captain in a Civil War.
Is this the movie that you're most looking forward to?
What's
the scuttlebutt?
The scuttlebutt is, Tim.
Oh, no, don't actually tell me about, plot points about
No. That it's...
Marvel's Captain America Civil War finds Steve Rogers leading the newly formed team of Avengers in their continued efforts to safeguard humanity. But after another incident involving the Avengers results in collateral damage, political pressure mounts to install a system of accountability headed by a governing body to oversee and direct the team. The new status quo fractures the Avengers, resulting in two camps, one led by Steve Rogers and the desire for the Avengers to remain free to defend humanity without government interference,
mm-hmm.
and the other following Tony Stark's surprising decision to support government oversight and accountability. Get ready to pick a side and join the nonstop action playing out on two fronts when Marvel's Captain America Civil War opens in U.S. theaters on May 6, 2016.
Nonstop acting. Nonstop action and nonstop acting.
Yeah,
they don't even stop.
Yeah, everybody. Robert Downey Jr. is Tony Stark and Iron Man.
And he never breaks character.
He
once.
never turns to the camera and goes, "But this is weird, right?
Yeah.
This is me, your friend Robert,
your friend Bob." The scuttlebutt on this one, Tim, is that it's directed by the Russo brothers, who directed the Winter Soldier.
The most overrated movie I've seen in years. It was
But
good.
you liked it.
I liked it.
Yeah.
You want to know why I liked it?
Why?
I didn't know anything about it.
Yeah.
This is the problem with movies. Everybody reads everything about them.
Well, you're part of the problem, Tim. You're feeding into
I'm part of the industry, Tom. I got to know the scuttlebutt, and this is an industry podcast.
I'm more excited to see this than I was like when it first got announced, and it sounded like, oh, this is like Avengers 3. It sounds like it's a lot less than that. Like that, there's not actually like a whole lot of like there's action in the movie, of course, but not like big city destroying fights. Like
you know what
Avengers.
the best part about movies are?
What's that?
Watching one superhero fighting another superhero.
Tim,
people can't get enough of it.
Well, at least this one, it sounds like they've got like actual motivations to fight each other.
Whatever. They're still dimwits in suits, right? Dimwits. That's my cutting barb.
Captain America is a World War II veteran, so a little respect, please.
Was he?
Yeah, he was frozen in ice. That's how he's so young.
Have they frozen other people in ice in the Marvel universe?
Bucky.
Who's Bucky?
That's the Winter Soldier.
Oh, I saw that movie.
Yeah.
Here's
I don't know if he was frozen in ice. I forget what the deal with him was.
But in this world, you can.
In this world, Captain America's still a virgin too.
Tom, here's why MovieWeb.com.
They probably don't even mention that.
Yeah, it.
Ridiculous.
Is that a plot point in these movies?
A little bit.
Really?
Yeah, not like a plot point, but it's like
something for the people on opening night to relate to.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just like Captain America.
Hey, it's not so bad.
This is why MovieWeb.com is not maybe the best
source for Scuttlebutt.
May 6th, 2016.
Mm-hmm.
Untitled Marvel Project. 2016. I guess that must be Captain America from back then. But
it would be crazy if they were releasing another movie the next week.
No, the same day. The Curse of Sleeping Beauty. Guys!
The
May
Curse
13th.
of Sleeping Beauty?
Yeah, and look at this poster. It looks like a freaking Saw movie.
Maybe
right?
it is.
Yeah, but I think it's like what they're trying to do, what they did with The Huntsman.
Gritty. Make it grittier. Oh. Didn't they just make a Cinderella movie? Didn't that come out last year?
Yeah, but they didn't make it gritty. They just made it beautiful.
Yeah, that was like the Jungle Book.
Yeah.
Where it's just like we're just going to make a live action Disney.
Year after year. Can't we just make new movies, everybody?
They are. It's about the Curse of Sleeping Beauty.
Neighbors 2, May 20th. Sorority Rising.
Whoa, this time there's a sorority.
Yeah. This year, Seth Rogen, Zac Efron, and Rose Byrne are joined by Chloe Grace Moretz for Neighbors 2, the follow-up to the 2014's most popular original comedy.
Yeah, that first Neighbors made a fortune.
Yeah. I mean, who cares? Why do we care what movies make? I mean, I'm in the industry.
Because we're in the industry, Tim. We need to know.
I need to know the scuttlebutt.
Yeah.
But why do you're not in the industry?
I beg your pardon.
Well, I mean, look, tell me one producing credit you have. Tell me one.
Tim, I worked on the third season of Supermarket Sweep.
Yeah, I mean, that was great work, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
But my favorite season of Supermarket Sweep. I'm not too jealous to tell you.
I was almost in The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah, but here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
You weren't. And Supermarket
Through
Sweep
no fault of my own
was a TV show. Yeah, you're in the TV industry. That's
but Tim,
that's
now
small
you know
potatoes,
what? Now
small-time potatoes, my friend.
There's a lot of scuttlebutt about possibly adapting Supermarket Sweep for the big screen.
Tom, That's a brilliant idea. I can introduce you. You know, I produce films. I'm a movie producer. I know all the scuttlebutt.
Yeah. Oh, this is
over
great,
there in
Tim.
Tinseltown, over there,
lot of,
Hollyweird.
A lot of synergy happening right now.
Yeah, what if we get together?
Yeah, pitch it to the studios.
Yeah. We'll be like, we're going to put on the yellow team's jerseys against the red team's jerseys, and they're going to run around the supermarket. But this time, the stakes...
This time it's gritty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
there's not enough food.
Supermarket sweep. No, there's too much food, maybe. Or some of the food is dangerous.
Some of it's bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man. You'll get swept away by supermarket
movie's writing
sweep.
itself.
Have you ever been swept away in a supermarket?
No. Not like this, you haven't.
This year, the supermarket sweeps back.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think that's pretty good. Let's
supermarket sweep. Dawn of Justice.
Let's try to get that out by August.
Okay. It shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah. Tom, we'll end it with this one at the end of May. And then we'll pick up the summer movie preview maybe a couple weeks or something. Yeah. I don't know, whenever we can, because we have until June to do it.
Once we know what the movies will be.
Tom?
Once movieweb.com updates.
Yeah. Screw movie. Hey, movieweb.com. Sorry.
Hey.
Sorry, Charlie.
EW, get this summer movie issue out.
Yeah. It's sickening what
am I
to
subscribing for?
Yeah, we had to resort to. I might put this in a tablet in my bird's cage.
I have half a mind to put this in a tablet in my bird's cage.
Yeah. I don't have a bird, but I got the cage.
Yeah, that's very strange, but
I wasn't clear on. I thought they would forage their own food.
Oh, did you think a bird cage was a trap? And if you just got a bird cage, eventually a bird would go in there?
Yeah, sure. Tom, May 27th.
Is that why you've been sitting in your living room holding a string by the door of the bird cage, just waiting?
I don't want to talk about catching birds with strings, Tom.
Yeah, I forgot that's a delicate subject.
In the past, yeah. The day after my birthday, May 27th, 2016, the day after my 21st birthday, I will go see X-Men Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Following the critically acclaimed global smash hit X-Men Days of Future Past, which, Tom, when we were in Ireland, you tricked me into seeing.
I didn't trick you into seeing it.
Director Bryan Singer returns with X-Men Apocalypse. Since the dawn of civilization, he was worshipped as a god. Apocalypse, the first and most powerful mutant from, they're going to run around and do mutant
Oscar
stuff.
Isaac is playing Apocalypse.
Cool. Great. Wonderful. Tom.
A lot of scuttlebutt about
you
him.
You bamboozled me.
Into seeing that movie?
Yeah. We were supposed
to
see Tommy Cruise.
Yeah.
In
Edge of Tomorrow.
Yeah, we bought tickets for it.
Yeah, and then I led you into the wrong theater, which was an accident.
Yeah, but then the movie started, and you were like, "Oh, this is X-Men," and you're like, "Well, we have to stay."
Well, because the theater was full. If we got up when we went to see a different movie, it would have been hard to find a seat.
We broke the law, Tom. We were in a different country.
That's why we can't go back to Ireland.
We were doing shows there illegally, right?
Yeah.
We didn't have permission to, do we need permission?
I don't think you need. Who would we get it from? The government?
Yeah, maybe.
No.
Do we have to get things stamped? The Ghostbusters needed all sorts of permission.
Yeah, but then that's what caught up with them. Better to beg forgiveness than ask permission.
Who else? I'm sure if we put on a Broadway show, we'd have to get permission from the
you wouldn't be able
office.
to put on a Broadway show in Ireland, Tim. They're not Broadway.
Their streets are very narrow.
Mm-hmm. They're narrow ways.
Yeah.
But did you like that X-Men movie?
I thought it was okay. It was again, 5 endings too many, and a little self-serious.
Yeah.
But
this one's not. This one's about the apocalypse.
Yeah, see, I don't. Yeah, I just don't care, Tom.
Yeah, it's crazy to me.
Tom, give me a Ward series. Give me The English Patient. Why don't we see more The English Patient or Nell or
a horse movie?
Tom, Nell is not a horse movie.
Um,
I can see how you would think it was a horse movie, though.
It's crazy how long they've been making X-Men movies. Right?
Yeah, sure.
It's been like almost 20 years of X-Men movies.
Yeah, well, you dummies keep going to see them, even though they're bad.
Well, some are bad, and then they make better ones. They learn their lessons, and they improve. And that's all you can ask out of anybody.
Well done, Bryan Singer and the X-Men gang.
Yeah.
The scuttlebutt on this is that it might be good or bad.
I think the scuttlebutt that it's going to be good. Not like, the crazy earth-shattering good, but that the past 2 X-Men movies were good. The new, younger cast. And that this one will be good, too. This one's going to take place during the 80s, I believe.
The 1980s.
The 1980s.
Well, that was a decade. Do you think there's going to be like Duran Duran music in it?
There might be. I know there's like a scene in a mall.
Oh, nice. Is Debbie Gibson going to be in it?
Debbie Gibson might have a cameo.
What about Tiffany?
Tiffany is not allowed on set. After what she did last time.
What did she do?
She knows.
Tom?
Mm-hmm.
This concludes part 1 of our summer movie preview. Do you want to solve a problem before we go?
Sure.
Let's do it. There it is, that unmistakable Tim and Tom Solve Your Problems theme song. Welcome to Tim and Tom Solve Your Problems. I'm Tim.
Tom.
We're going to solve some problems. Tom?
Mm-hmm.
Where can people email if they have a problem?
The complete guide to everything at gmail.com.
The complete guide to everything at gmail.com.
All one word.
All one word.
All
I've
one
been putting
word.
spaces in it all this
Yeah,
time.
that's why the emails haven't been getting to me.
Yeah. Tom?
Mm-hmm.
This one comes from a woman who has the same name as a cousin of mine, and it very much confused me when I saw this email.
She has the same full name?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah. Her name's Kate.
I was like, is this my cousin? You're 5 years old?
There's another Kate? Hi, Tim and Tom. Oh, solve my problem. It's a catastrophe. The cat was all in
caps.
All in cats, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Tim and Tom, please solve my problem. After going back and forth on this for years, my husband and I have decided to move from Los Angeles to New York.
Oh, they must have heard the scuttlebutt.
The scuttlebutt on what? The movie industry?
Yeah.
No longer in L.A.
Nope. More and
these
more
are movie industry
increasingly in New York.
Yeah. We've always planned on having an amazing cross-country road trip if we were to do this, so now is our chance. There's only one problem. Oh, the only problem. Last November, we adopted 2 kittens. Meow. And kittens never factored into our... I thought you were going to meow again. Never factored into our amazing cross-country road trip plans. They're
still kittens?
Well, no.
6 months later. Are they cats now?
Yeah, I guess. I don't know how cats work. I know they pee in the toilet.
If you do it right.
Yeah. We've thought about flying with the cats. We could buy 2 pet carriers and each slide a cat under the seat in front of us on the flight. While this might sound easy enough, there are a few issues with this. 3 bullet points here.
Okay.
Number 1, we were just approved for TSA pre-check and are excited to experience coasting through security, but you can't use it with pets. Bullet point 2. Okay. Tom will deal. You can take notes if you'd like.
Okay.
Bullet point 2. Cats disrupt our usual airport routine of arriving early, having a few beers, and whatever bar is yawn right into the microphone, Tom.
Nobody heard it.
Cats disrupt our usual airport routine of arriving early, having a few beers in whatever bar is closest to our gate, getting in our seats and putting on headphones and interacting with others as little as possible. Okay. These are my kind of people, Tom.
Jerks.
Bullet point 3. With cats, there are too many unknowns. Will the cats meow? Will the cats meow? If we give them sedatives, will they have a bad reaction and or die? What if our seatmate is allergic to cats? We could take them on the road trip, but is that cruel? We want to stop at the Grand Canyon, Austin, New Orleans, Memphis, Nashville, and Dollywood. Shout out to your Pop Everything Dolly Parton episode.
Mm-hmm.
True fan. Would we need to keep our road trip jams quiet and peaceful so we don't make an already stressful road trip more stressful for our cats? We could leave them in a hotel room while we are tourists, but what if they destroy the hotel room or freak out from all the weird new smells?
Yeah.
Should we just fly and get it over with in less than a day, or should we follow our road trip dreams and make the cats experience it with us? Thanks for your help with this. Ralphie and Randy, at Ralphie and Randy on Instagram.
Okay.
Thank you, too. Kate.
Easy solution. You leave the cats in L.A. and they'll come find you. They'll have their own cross-country adventure.
Have you ever seen Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey?
Yeah. The cats will figure it out.
Yeah.
Then they get to have their own fun.
Yeah, cats want to hang out, right?
Yeah. Go down rivers.
Here's what I'll say.
Make friends with some forest animals.
I'm 100% on board
Mm-hmm.
with Kate and her husband moving to New York. They seem like great people.
Mm-hmm.
I often think about moving to the other coast, mostly because I want to take a road trip across the U.S., and that'd be a very fun way to do it. And then you're in a new city, and let's live there. So that's cool. I like the way their philosophy is at the airport, getting there early, getting drunk, and just not talking to anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the thing. Here's why we couldn't be friends, Tom.
Because they have cats.
No. Cats are
You're
fine.
allergic.
Whatever. No. Pre-check. TSA pre-check.
Yeah.
Hey, this should be illegal. This is absurd. This is just a way to make to impose a class system. It's like, oh, we're gonna make everybody go through the worst thing ever that we all agree does no good. Tom, you know 95% of the stuff they try to get by TSA gets through.
Yeah.
Because TSA is garbage. I probably shouldn't go too nuts about this, but they throw away your goddamn water bottle if you have even a little bit of water in it.
Yeah.
There's garbage people, and then it's like, oh, rich people are complaining. Because, like, the ways you get it done is probably what either these people did, which is, like, go to the airport for, like, 6 hours and fill out tons and tons of paperwork. Or, like, you have, like, a lawyer because you're a rich person and you have a lawyer on retainer and they just do all the shit for you. So it's just a way to be like, oh, yeah, no, we all agreed we're going to pretend like this stuff that keeps us safe. We're all going to have to suffer through it. And then, like, they were like, oh, some people complain, some powerful people complain. All right, you just get to walk through without being
Hey,
checked.
Tim, they're not the ones who decided this, you know?
Who? What do you... No, we must reject this system. It's ridiculous.
Well,
You
they
can't
can't
reject
bring
something like-
bring their cats, so
Yeah.
you know,
Oh,
in the end.
You're telling me if
But what
George
if,
Hamilton walked up with his cats, they wouldn't let him in?
But what if these two got these pre-check things because they travel a lot for work, and you know, getting this is going to save them a lot of time.
Well, I don't care. There
It's the principle of the thing.
Yeah, there shouldn't be two security lines. Like the same way I do that.
Well, what about if they're good people? If they're good guys?
That's fine if they're good guys. Everybody, like the majority of people, are good guys. Tom, here's the thing. It's a government service. You can't have different classes of people. Like, you can't give people preference over other people. Like, I did this a couple times. Once I made my girlfriend do it. When they're like, oh, here's the security line, and here's the security line for first-class passengers. They're not allowed to stop you.
Right.
If you have a coach ticket. Like, it's the government running this. The airline can't be like, oh, well, it's less of a line. It's less of an inconvenience. No, they have to let people in. It's like they try to not let people know that they can go in. But if it's a shorter line on the first class thing, go there. They have to let you in. Make a big stink about it at the airport, too, if they don't let you.
Wow. So there's a life hack.
Yeah. Life hack. The TSA is garbage and useless. And they can't even do their jobs. And they're mean and arrogant.
Do you have any advice for the people who had a question?
Yeah, just bring the cats with you. It'll be fine. You drive across country.
Yeah. I don't know how cats act in new places. Cats are very homebodies.
Yeah.
They like
but they also
home.
like make them like there's your Heathcliffs and there's your riffraffs, right? Maybe
and your Garfields.
Yeah, maybe they're Heathcliff / Garfield by day in the car.
Mm-hmm.
And then you turn them into riffraff at night.
Yeah.
You get your hotel room, or you go out and you do whatever, and you let them see the town too, much like you're saying.
Yeah. That's
a
win-win.
I don't think you should just let them go and be like, hey, here's the address.
Yeah. Let them find out for themselves.
Yeah. And if you're going to have them in the car, bring lots of mice for them to...
Yeah, keep them occupied.
Yeah. Lots of mice. Or just, you know what? Google Maps.
Mm-hmm.
Or Yelp, a great resource for, like, pet stores.
Mm-hmm.
Just every city, just Google where you could buy a couple mice.
Yeah.
Get some new mice and let them loose in the back of the car.
Yeah, because that way you don't have to bring so many mice with you in the beginning.
Yeah,
because some of those mice aren't going to make it all the way.
Yeah, exactly. And then because you don't want to ever have to feed one of the mice.
Yeah. Come on, then you're just piling your problems on top of each other.
So definitely don't fly.
Yeah, just bring some mice.
Pack up your car, put those cats there. Have some mice running around. Let the cats free at night. They'll come back.
Yeah.
They'll come back after eating a fish right off the bone.
Yeah. Or they'll beat you there to where you're going.
Yeah.
And be like, oh, look who's finally showed up.
These cats are a little more savvy than you're giving them credit for.
If you have a problem you'd like us to solve, you can email us to completeguideeverything@gmail.com. You can visit our website at tcgt.com to find out more about the show. You can support the show by doing your Amazon shopping at tcgt.com/Amazon. Doesn't cost you an extra dime, but it gives us a dime or two. You can also support us on Patreon, tcgt.com/pledge. This week, there's an amazing fact about O.J. Simpson lawyers.
Yeah, amazing facts. It's my favorite episode because we get to talk about my favorite thing, the O.J. trial.
And you can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/completeguide. You can check out our Reddit at r/TCGTE. And you can follow us on Twitter at Complete Guide. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Tom Reynolds.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at your pal, Tim.
Good one, Tim. Tim just talked through a foam roller.
Yeah, I totally peaked the thing. We also, Tom, I got us an Instagram.
Oh, look at that.
TCGTE. Because Complete Guide was taken.
By who?
I didn't look them up.
Some bastards?
Yeah. Tell them that they stink.
Yeah.
Unless, I probably signed up for it sometime. There's nothing up there.
Yeah.
I got into a fight with a random person on Twitter.
Yeah.
About politics.
Well, that's a place for political discourse.
Yeah, and he keeps telling me, these are not the droids you're looking for. Like, that's his comeback to everything.
Yeah.
Like,
he's trying to pull a Jedi mind trick on you, Tim.
Is that what it is? Yeah, that's what it is, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I don't...
Sounds like it's worked.
I don't like this guy one bit, but I keep trying to find common ground with him.
Mm-hmm.
Tom, do you ever look in the responses to semi-controversial tweets and find a random person who disagrees with you and then just tell them how dumb they are?
Tim, it's not a good way to spend your time.
I do it when I'm out with friends. Like, that's when it always starts.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I'm, like, bored for, like, a second. I'll bring up, the police commissioner of New York said this. Oh, and here's a guy that said something racist in response. Mm-hmm. Okay, here, I'm going to tell this guy why he's dumb. And meanwhile, you...
Mm-hmm.
are having a fine time with the rest of our friends.
Yeah, they're all laughing at my anecdotes and witty
Your buffoonery.
retorts.
They're laughing at you.
Yeah, slipping on things. All right. Well, thanks for listening. Tim, thanks for being here.
Hey, always a pleasure.
And we'll see you next week.